Being a solopreneur, it's not easy because many times you feel alone. That's one. This year and years to come will be very disruptive years. I have no idea how many new innovations will happen till the end of this year, but I predicted that it will be very tough and unique, and the fast pace of innovation and technology will disrupt everyone.
Okay, yeah, welcome everybody to episode number 15 of the TecOne Stories, our podcast about interesting stories of freelancers and solopreneurs. Today we have again very interesting guest, Cristina Imre. She's a solopreneur. I don't know really for how many years, you will tell us in a minute, but for many, many years, right? And you have a lot of experience working independent but also not alone. And this is what we talk about. And thank you, Cristina, for coming. And yeah, please introduce yourself and let us know your story as a solopreneur.
Hi there, Werner and everyone. I'm sorry for my voice. I lost it this morning. I hope you can find it suitable enough. I will talk slowly. Things happen in life, and we didn't want it to postpone this with Werner. Ooh, I have a long history of Werner, also as a solopreneur, but also building companies as a serial entrepreneur, and now building one of the most amazing entities, in my view, and the people who join with Tech Leadership Lab. And so I wonder where you would want to go because, yes, I have an extensive solopreneur expertise. I also have extensive remote work expertise. And maybe we can also touch that because I'm a remote
Yes.
pioneer for over 10 years. And I helped establish companies in remote for all kinds of things, like companies that they were remote, they wanted to improve processes, or companies that went remote from the beginning. And so if you are a solopreneur today in this world, maybe you can find some tactics useful from there.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's very interesting why people decide for being a solopreneur and also a remote worker. So what was your main decision? Why did you start to work like this and not in a big company like many other people do?
As a solopreneur, my most extensive expertise is a coach,
Mm-hmm.
business consultant, and trainer. When I
Mm-hmm.
chose this route, and even not so long ago, it was for the depth you can go with your clients, things
Mm-hmm.
that you cannot if you are working for a big company. I'm not a
Yeah.
corporate person, even if I worked with corporate a long time, and I also coached CEOs of big companies. And this happened on and off for multiple years, maybe almost 2 decades there. But every time when I chose the road of solopreneurship was because of the connection. The depth you can get if you are a coach, for example, with your client, or if even if you consult someone, it's completely different in the structure because you truly can get to the human elements, know that person, know those struggles that will never be revealed in a big group meeting at the beginning or during the first weeks or sometimes a couple of weeks. I solved so crucial things and helped solve crucial things for people, and including in their personal life to get them well. You cannot get to that depth in a corporate setting. So that's why if you're a solopreneur, you can go for this kind of depth in human connection. And that's something very hard to be replaced.
Yeah, so it means the freedom, and you can speak free, right? So this is the, the main background, right? Because otherwise, if you're in a corporate, you have to be according to the ideas and the concept of the corporate. And if you're independent, you can do whatever you think, what is on your mind.
For sure, and you can choose your clients. I always
True.
choose my clients, even when I cannot afford that. And this is an advice for all the solopreneurs. I know that you need to do some compromises, especially at the beginning. And you are tackling, okay, but I need a paycheck, I need the money, but I don't like this client, and what should I do? I'm telling you that for a certain amount of time, you can go this road. I can understand. You need to provide for your family, but put a deadline there. If you don't get organized from the beginning, you will have a huge mess to overcome in a couple of months. So at the beginning, okay, I will do this amount of compromises for 3 months or at max 6 months, after which I will only take the clients I already profiled, and I have a perfect client profile in my mind, and I will choose those clients. Because if you compromise longer, you will use your identity while you're doing this. You will lose your joy, you will lose your grit, and eventually you will just want out of this because this was not exactly what you were thinking at the beginning.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good advice. What is your exactly client profile and also with Tech Leadership Lab? I was in the inauguration event speaking, right? You invited me. I was very happy to be there. So please let the audience know what is your client profile and what do you want to go for the Tech Leadership Lab?
I will talk about the previous client profile because Tech Leadership Lab is a action-oriented think tank that will solve all the 17 SDGs, and we are building a superstructure now that will need a very tight niche team that will go for the long time, because this is a legacy-driven mission and we need to tackle so many things. We will have our first big event in March around climate and AI and humanity. And not many people know this because we didn't announce that yet. And so this is another line that now I am fully focused on. But not long ago, I was a coach. And so when I was a coach, obviously my profile was around, in my case, it was about audacious people, dreamers, visionaries, entrepreneurial types who want to leave something better than they found it. And for this reason, first I am, let's say, interview for character. All of my
Mm-hmm.
clients were interviewed for character. Because if I have the right type of character, I can do anything. And also I had 3 principles you needed to agree on to work with me. Otherwise, I didn't take anyone on. And the first was trust. The element of trust is absolutely important and crucial, because without it, you will just gain maybe 1% out of what you can gain moving together. I'm a fast-paced person. I am audacious, very ambitious. I don't work with people who just want incremental steps. I want to work with people who want huge jumps, quantum jumps, who want to change the world if possible. So this kind of ideas. So we need to build up trust, because otherwise we will move too slowly. Second, they need to be coachable. This is super crucial. Coachability is, in my translation, be open for feedback, for constructive criticism. If you're not open for such thing and you get defensive, I cannot work with you, because you're still, maybe you need to train this inside of you. I relate this to maturity. Any mature person who went through life and had a lot of hardships and grew and understood how life works, usually it's coachable. But you also have another category who is just not ready. They're too young, or they have some traits, character traits I don't want to work with. And so I am open for feedback all the time. Tell me what you don't like, I can improve, and I'm all ears, and I won't get upset on you. So this is very, very important for those leaders who truly can grow. If they don't have that, as entrepreneurs, as founders, that's a red alarm in my books. And 3, action. Once we set up what we do, you do it. We have deadlines, you do it. And I was, and I'm still am, a very action-driven type of coach and friend and mentor and consultant. So I will also tell you what you need to do in order to achieve what you told me you want to do. And so you will have assignments, and those assignments have deadlines. And if you don't complete them and you don't have a reasonable motive why, I won't work with you anymore because you are wasting my time, you waste your time, and basically you just don't want to grow fast enough. And I know that this sounds tough, but there are different kind of individuals and coaches and mentors out there. I am for the elite group of A players. So for this reason, I enabled this kind of principles in my books and in my ways. I can be your worst enemy, but also your best friend. I'm empathic. I know what you need when you need it, and I will give you what you need, not what you want. Sometimes they are the same. That's a happy moment, but not always.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about what is a good coachee or a good client or a person who receives the coaching. So now, what is a good coach for you? So the other side.
Oh, I work with so many coaches all the time. We need to grow. I mean, we need that help ourselves. Let me see. I think my first idea was that, yeah, my type, my type. I would love my type to have. I didn't found exactly my type yet. I'm over some maybe 30 coaches I work with until now in different capacities. They, what I missed was this approach I have, and I constantly put, hey, I get you. I truly understand where you are. I'm here to enable your biggest dreams. And today you truly need this from me. And that's why I will have this role, because we are role players as coaches. This is how I see it. And one day I might be empathic with you because you have personal problems, issues in your family, with your significant other, with your kids. I cannot talk business with you if you are in that situation. And with many coaches, so that's why I was a holistic coach and your growth partner for everything. I trained for this. I have mediation sessions with husband and wife, with kids, with all kinds of situations, drug issues. Unfortunately, I was the person who was 3 times in a situation when I was called, when someone was on the verge of suicide. I don't want that on anyone. It's such a huge responsibility. When someone is on the rooftop and wants to jump and you get that call, people got that I am there for the right reasons. That's why I had situations like this in my past. And so I get today that if someone has something very in depth with themselves, they need help, I won't focus on their next board meeting. I just can't do that. And I missed that with the coaches I had. They didn't got that day today. I'm just not for what we said we will do. And the empathy level, that reading level of reading where I am today, because I'm not opening up so easily. People don't know many things about me. You need to start to get to know me, to get close to me, to start to know at least 10% of who I am. Not many people got there. And so that is something I constantly missed and still missing.
Okay, so you mean you're not a business coach or you're all, so you're a business coach, life coach, a holistic coach. So
Holistic
it's
coach.
really, yeah, it's really about the person and your client, and then you decide the topic, and then one session you're more a business coach, one session you're more a life coach, then you're a family coach. It's really depending on what is needed,
Diet,
right? Yeah.
nutrition,
Ah,
sport,
two. Okay, everything.
everything. Yes, I'm a sportive I'm an athlete, let's say, since a child. I'm
Yeah.
also a nutritionist and dietitian.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have medical background. I
Yeah.
worked in psychiatry, psychology, cognitive sciences. I learned anthropology, evolutionary psychology, all the spectrums around quantum fields, how we are moving. So my desire was to understand human nature and business combined. And I did this for over 2 decades. So it's a long journey of knowledge, of learning. That was my priority until just a while ago. So if you are a good coach and you cannot take multiple domains, you're focusing on business or life or personal or health or sports, it is very fine. Not, you don't need to have them all. But if you don't have them all and you identify for one of your clients that they need to get better with their nutrition or their sport, then go that road. I am now fasting in a fasted state. This is my fourth day. It's the first
Oh.
time when I will do 5-day fasting. I will
Mhm.
end tomorrow night. And so my voice can also be part of a healing process that can happen after long fasting states. I have no idea, but I'm just saying I'm testing also on myself things that then I will also put on my family and then on my clients, because I'm a biohacker on myself first. I want to live longer, but as long as I live, I want to be healthy. So your clients need to understand, and my clients understand, that in order to be a successful business person, you need to have a healthy body and a wellness program also on you. Otherwise, if you are sick, your decision-making process will be bad, starting from day one when you feel bad.
Mhm. Yeah, that's interesting how you see that. So we talked about solopreneurship and coaching, and one topic is remote work. We always talk about this, and you also mentioned that. And I want to ask you in the topic we just discussed, coaching. So some people say coaching is not possible online, right? And some topics, maybe, I mean, you mentioned that people on the rooftop, is online is very hard, right? So what type of coaching you can do online, what type of coaching you cannot do online, or how is your experience with online coaching? So let us know your insights into this.
I'm a remote pioneer. I do things
Yeah.
online, exclusively online for so long.
Mhm.
I found ways to do everything online. I love
Yeah.
people. I love to meet them. I love to hug people if we have a gathering or we meet in person. I will come to hug you if I like you. So super friendly type of person, you know, I am
Mhm.
that kind of person. I also can see the strengths and the limitations of location. I work globally and it's fine. And we address these things. And I learned during the process and years that it's different, the connection. You can still have it. And with a lot of transparency and communication. And you talk about this, you know, we are not front and front, and we will have immersive worlds coming, and we will be in the same room because technology now is just super jumps in front of us with AI and everything. It's close. We can upload ourselves to the cloud. So we are going to another phase. This is a transition phase. You should embrace it as soon as possible, because if you don't embrace this remote thing through Zoom and other ways, you will have a huge clash, maybe a traumatic moment where you will see that this is the way humanity goes. You cannot do anything about this. I also want to mitigate that. Every time when I have a chance, I like to promote yearly events in person or quarterly events in person, create
Mhm.
events. You can do this as a solopreneur. If you established a solid business, you can create gatherings and just like all kinds of events around your business with your clients, your best clients, and see them in person. But all the
Yeah.
rest can become covered remotely through testing, through trials and errors, open communication, and yeah,
So you
experience.
believe in the digital twin. So the digital twin you believe will come, but it will be very, very interesting for coaching also, right? How the digital twins will coach each other, right?
Huh. Wow, this is a totally new discussion. We can go
Yeah.
here. And for now, every one of us can come with ideas and how we see the future, me
True,
included.
true.
But we
Yeah,
don't know. We just don't know. No one knows now. No
yeah,
one.
you're right. Mm.
No one. We just can predict based on our knowledge and going back in history, seeing what happened. And with the help of AI, AI is very helpful here because together with your mind, with your history, with your ideas, I use AI and my chatbots as brainstorming partners on a daily basis. That's their first function. It's the most crucial. I do many things with AI, but this is the first thing, brainstorming, because they have access to a large amount of data about humanity that's absolutely invaluable. Use that. And together with your AI, you can discuss very profound topics. And I'm doing that and thinking about, okay, this is what happened. This is my view. what is your view, and start the prompting process. You need to get very good in prompting because that's the first step to tackle AI. And I started this since February last year, and I'm still learning every day. But it's just amazing how in depth we can go. I can go with my assistant on a daily basis and how many ideas just open up. And even if it's just about documentation, references, hey, Ghost, I don't understand what you're saying. Give me some references. I want to study more. Because now I'm on climate. I identify as one of the most crucial SDGs, and climate and AI is connected to all the 17 SDGs from the UN, sustainable goals, right? So for that reason, it's very, very important for me to get to the level of climate expert. And I created process, become a climate expert in 2 weeks with my AI, and gave me the process. And I'm on that. Maybe I won't achieve that in 2 weeks. I don't want to offend any climate expert out there, but good enough that I can have discussions and proper discussions with experts who will come on our summits and in our shows. And I start to truly understand where we are today regarding everything we said we will do. Because if we don't tackle this, there is no living future on the earth for humans. We can live on Mars, not many of us, obviously. We can live under Earth, maybe, or underwater. And I'm not doom and gloom. I'm very much an optimistic, as all entrepreneurs are. But we need to prepare to just know these are the options. Do we want this option, or do we want a beautiful earth where we just embrace technology, and together with technology, we create the most amazing world for our kids and the future generations? That's why I'm here. TLL is for this, not for the doom and gloom, because otherwise we would just stay there and wait for the inevitable. And for that reason, AI is your friend. It is your friend. And I learned so much with the help of AI just around the climate during the last week. It's absolutely amazing. Use this as a
Yeah.
solopreneur or
Yeah, we
anyone.
discussed this a lot in the last weeks. And I mean, as a human factors professor, I am very interested in how man and machine, AI and man or human work together. And yeah, I think this year will be very exciting again, how AI will evolve and how also the communication between us and the AI will evolve, and how where this will lead to. But yeah, of course, AI, we cannot stop it. I mean, that's always with technology. If it's there, we cannot stop it. We just can learn how to use it. Yeah, so we talked about all the main topics I have in my episodes. We talked about coaching, we talked about solopreneurship, digital work. But what are your final advice to my audience? We have a lot of freelancers and solopreneurs in my audience in TecOne, you know that. So what is your final advice? What would you say? What is yeah your main one liner maybe for my audience?
For your audience, for
Yeah,
Werner's audience,
yeah,
solopreneurs.
yeah,
Being a solopreneur, it's not easy because many times you feel alone. That's one. This year and years to come will be very disruptive years. I have no idea how many new innovations will happen till the end of this year, but I predicted that it will be very tough and unique, and the fast pace of innovation and technology will disrupt everyone, even the prepared ones. That's one. So you as a solopreneur, you need to focus on your mental health status because you're not alone. Get together with groups, solopreneurs who are going through this. Get friends, become friend with technology because it can just multiply you, make you productive, give you the ideas for any kind of topic you might want. And when things happen and you feel that you become irrelevant, and that everyone is better than you because you see social media and around you, and you see, oh, I'm just one person and I don't know, I cannot create my huge business as I want because there is so much competition now, the AI get or not get, and you can get overwhelmed. Just think about this too. You're not alone. Everyone goes through this. So reach out for help, reach out to just see the good things from what you can provide. You are unique. We are all the same and unique in the same time. Find out those traits that no one, I don't have, and I would love to learn from you. That's so important. You do have that thing as a solopreneur, and you just need to make us to see that you are shining star. You do have that. If you don't know what is that, then just have those chit chats with yourself until you discover it, and focus on that and move one step at a time. And don't give up if you feel that the first months are just like nothing happens. No one sees you. You feel like S word. You feel like nothing. And you go down that rabbit hole. Just stop. Just stop, breathe, meditate, relax, do whatever makes you happy, and recalibrate. Continue, because every success journey you saw out there, it's based on consistency, resilience. Find your spark and just continue to show yourself out light, befriending the AI and the technology world we are all entering as a good thing, not a bad thing.
Yeah, thank you very much, Cristina. This was very interesting talking to you. And this is also what I say. And this is the reason why I would say, please subscribe to this channel, because you meet a lot of people here, also other solopreneurs. And I believe it's really important that you find community, find the right persons to meet. I mean, not everybody has resonates to each other, but find the right persons where you can team up as a solopreneur, be independent, but not alone. And yeah, this is always what I say also in TecOne, but really find the right persons and the right community which fits to you. And thank you, Cristina, again for coming. And yeah,
I just
come
want to
back.
add,
Yeah,
I just
please.
want
Yeah.
to add, you are doing the right thing. And in the spectrum, I know that you are a good person. That's very, very important. You truly want others to succeed. And so creating your community and putting people together who are lonely otherwise, it's absolutely a must have. So yeah, I encourage whatever you are doing, and I salute you for that.
Thank you, Cristina. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you also at this channel or on LinkedIn or on any other way, and maybe one time in person.
Thank you
Thank you
for
very
that.
much. Yeah. See you soon. Bye bye.